Hello everyone, my name is Marco, and today I'm going to explain about stylistic analysis on a poem titled Poison Tree. So without further ado, let's jump to the video. So A Poison Tree. We'll start from the introduction to the poem. In A Poison Tree, William Blake, who is the author, critically discusses the two opposing forces, uncovering the inherent weakness in humans and the effects of these innate flaws. Through the use of extended metaphors and vivid imagery, Blake symbolically portrays this fundamental flaw through the poem. The central theme of the poem is hatred and anger, dominating much of the author's thoughts. Blake expresses this through the introduction of a clever parallelism, the treatment of anger between a friend and a foe. Through this, Blake emphasizes the nature of anger, while expressing and letting go of wrath ends it, suppression nurtures it. Blake startles the reader with the clarity of the poem and with metaphors that can apply to many instances of life. A poison tree is an allegory. The tree here represents suppressed wrath. The water represents fear. The apple is symbolic of the fruit of the deceit which results from repression. This deceit gives rise to the speaker's action in laying a death trap for his enemy. The deeper meaning of the poem is that aggressive feelings, if suppressed, almost certainly destroys personal relationships. So this is the biography of the poet. You can read there. So we'll jump to the analysis. So the first one, here's the text of the poem, A Poison Tree by William Blake. You can read. And the stylistics analysis, we will start from the graphological level. The first one is the foregrounding. The title of the poem is written in bold letters, and name of the poet in italic. And then the second one is the about paragraphing. This poem is consisting of 04 quatrains or stanzas. There is double spacing among all paragraphs. And the punctuations, I have written here that the full stops there are 7 times, and then full stop is used to end a complete thought, not necessarily the end of a stanza. It is also used to end the whole poem. And the second one is commas. There are 5 times. The poet employs comma for very short pause and to separate sentence elements in the poems. And then the third part is the colons, which have 2 times. They are used to introduce a list, a summary, an explanation, etc., or before reporting what somebody has said, which is in direct speech. And the fourth part is about semicolons, which have 3 times, and it has been used by the poet for a longer pause than that of a comma, but not as long as that on the full stop. And then the fourth part is about contracted forms. The poet employed the above contracted forms to recreate an illusion of speech. In this poem, poet has used contracted form in line number 14 and number 16. And then in the phonological level, which we'll talk about, the first one is alliteration. This is generally taken to be the repetition of the initial consonant in 2 or more adjacent words. The first one, the example, I was angry with my friend, so both have W. And the third one is also I was angry with my foe. The sixth one is night and morning with my teeth, so both have M. And the seventh line is and I sum it with smiles, both have S. The eighth line is and with soft deceitful wiles, both have W. And 10th line is till it bore an apple bright, both have B. And about the consonants, it's a half rhyme in which final consonants are repeated, but with different preceding vowels. So the first one, I was angry with my friend, so both ends with W. And the second one is I told my wrath did end, so you have 2 W's and 2 D's, and so on and so forth, as you can read from here. So maybe that's all about my stylistic analysis on this poem. I hope you can enjoy, and thank you very much.